Hi, I'm Shirley from Shirley's Sweet Creations. It's 3:30 right now. I think it's time to talk about dessert and the dessert and wedding cakes for your special day. A lot of people, when they're planning for the wedding, cakes seem to be not the most important element, but I've noticed the trend changing in the last couple of years that people are trying to use the cake as more of a centerpiece for the reception. So there are a lot more options out there, and cakes just doesn't look good, but they also have taste good as well. And I'm pretty sure that when there are a couple of vendors here that we've seen provide you a lot of options that you can see now. We have beautiful cakes and cakes that not only look good but taste good as well. So now you're engaged and you have picked your wedding day. So you're doing a research and you found information about all this cakes designer in the city. What should you do next? So when you email your cake designer, I find the more important information to include in the email is, first of all, wedding day. Because a lot of individual cake designers like ourselves, we only take very limited booking. So it's important to provide the date to see if that person is available or not. And usually a lot of people ask me, how far in advance do you book for your wedding cake? If your wedding is between May to October, which is a peak season for weddings, you should try to book at least 6 to 9 months in advance. And venue location, whether it's outdoor or indoor, sort of important information to include because we can suggest the right kind of cake and filling that will withstand the display time. So, and reception time. So sometimes people may not think of reception time as a crucial point, but if you're having a reception that is maybe on a Sunday afternoon or a Saturday lunch reception, there are more chances of you can get vendors to help you out with your wedding needs because these are usually not the peak time for wedding receptions, so there are a lot more choices out there. Also, make sure you include guest count and number of servings, because that will help the designer to determine how big of a cake you will need for your wedding. And also telling the cake designer whether your cake's going to be a dessert or part of the sweet table. It's also related to the last point. It's also to help us to decide whether the cake is too big or do you need a cake to feed all the guests at your reception. Usually we recommend about 60% of your head count if you're having a sweet table, because you don't want to waste all the extra cake that no one's going to eat, right? So, second last point is if you could include also design and theme and color scheme, that would be helpful as well. Because nowadays design goes from one end to the other, and if you can include the style that you want, we can quote you more accurately based on your like and dislike. And last but not least, be able to set a budget for your cake. A lot of people don't know how much is a good budget for a cake. And I would say if you want a really good customized cakes, you should look at to spend about $400 minimum and out. If you want a wow factor in your wedding cake, be prepared to spend at least $600 up to $1,000 to get that wow effect that you want. So to talk about wedding cake trend in 2011, I would say usually wedding cake design that coincide with wedding fashions. We call what old is new. Basically all the old classic glamorous wedding cakes are back. You see a lot more sophisticated design with a lot of texture, laces, ruffles, and the damask pattern or the vintage look as they're in. Black may not be a favorite Chinese wedding color, but you find it is good contrast to go with white color cake. You can use it more subtly, or you can add a darker shade and with a little black accents as well. White and cream, we see a lot of white and cream cake, which create a very glamorous and classic look. We also see a lot of taller cakes, tiered with different heights. Also, different shapes and sizes are mixed together as well, create a glamorous and unique look that you want. Some people also choose to forgo to have a tall wedding cake, but go with a smaller two-tier cake and have a more broader, bigger sweet table, including different desserts as well. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the trend for sweet tables. I'm seeing a lot more different things, like more carnival themes, wedding desserts. You see a lot more like things like popcorn machine or cotton candy machine or mobile ice cream trucks, lemonade stands with different kind of drinks, even candy bars or shaved ice or ice cream bar, etc. And homemade style dessert are also back as well. Rather than going with some fancy petit fours and chocolate fountain, you see a lot more basic home-baked desserts, cookies and milk, it's a good idea, brownies, whoopie pies, marshmallow pops, cupcakes, etc. Also, if you're going for a more glamorous design for your wedding cake, you can also choose to have a macaroon tower or a croquembouche tower. Croquembouche is like a tower of cream profiteroles. These are some pictures just for your inspirations. You can see how you can display very simple desserts and make it look very trendy. And your guests would have a very good time interacting, having an interactive experience serving themselves at the stations. And very simple things can be put together and to coincide with your color scheme. A little bit black and white accent in the background is also very trendy. And if you're wondering what's whoopie pies is like a not so fancy version of a macaroon. It's like a Sammy King cookie texture sandwich with a filling. And these are other options as well. If you're not going with the large cakes, a lot of people are going with individual dessert or individual wedding cakes for your guests. So I hope you enjoyed the show today. And feel free to come by my booth and get some free cake samples. Thank you.